Lamandang Gombo Jizun Champa Yang La Champa Luin Kanji Lundrup Jimnin Jinda Nida Namda Rasavi Jinyan Tengun Jishin Zinji Ninjin Tuga Lempanzi Kandai Sibin Zera Mari Menton Tungai Jisivi Zhuzun Gun Lai Puji Dazi Yin Lai Zhuju Yang Din Song Zhu Dan Qian Zhui Nü Mo Ni Long Lin Jin Zhang Zhun Chu Zi Jin Ma Ri Min Zeng Tu Ngai Nü Gu Qi Nian Chun Zi Ran Li Nam Dönen Dan Jin San Jun Ta Se Yun Den Lun Zui Yao Sen Tu Hui Gu Zhu Chan Zhu Dan Zhu Nin Yan De Da Le Men Sen Zhang Bai Yang La Ram Du Nu Marapasanadi Marambazanade 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 Nade Marambazanade 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 Marambaz Marambazanade Zende Yenji Kera Senki Talin Timon Membarasane Gandan Denje Shonlo Tobai Lundrup Bombe Nawan Zaltu So Kangchen Dawen De Bam Chung Sin Chi Wen De Naya Gomben Jam Yan Te Ni Ki Me Bayan Tong Lai Shu Ni Chi Chenpo Tse De Ni Me Shen Song Ne Ma Lam Chenpo Nga Je Da Bega Da Nga Tsen De Chi Me Do Donpa Tu Je Chen La Kui Cha Ca Ma Sam Chi Me Shara Pa Rong Je Ma Ji Me Ga Nam Chi Ngo Ni So So Rang Li Shi Ju Yu Wa Du Sum Je We Yim La Kui Cha Ca Wu Jin Su Lin Pe Me Donpo La Ja We Nam Zhu Rang Ju Lun Ji Du Chen Zu Be Je Yen Den Champa Wa Pema Ju Nian Da Lun Be Zu Ren Jung Lu Ben Lu Du Aryan De Wa Da Tong Men Yin Ning Chong Lang Chu Ji Zha Yun Den We Da Sha Je We Ji Sha Khenpo Chung Nian Nam La Kui Cha Ca Men Chu Ji Yin Ji Po Dang Ne Du Sum Sang Ji Kun Ji Ngo Ni Rang Sum Chu Gu Ngo Sum Den Zhen Ba Zai We Lam Me Shab La So Wan De Da Su Zhu We Lam Na Chun La Ju Gun Ju Tok Ba Po Wan Qing Ji Lu Hola Song Ten Ta Nam Ju Kyun Ten Shiba Na Shin Re Ta Kulong Jue Di Kal Chun Bu Re Che Sang Ta Kulong Jue Ni Ani Chue Sen Ru Che Xuan Yin
So, as we usually speak, the important thing is to give rise to proper motivation. So I request all of you to give rise to the excellent motivation.
당연한 졸업 중 제디 아니 다시랍 님부디 차대위라.
The context of our study at present is the perfection of wisdom, Prajna Paramita.
안타 디나나 카친다 졸람당 졸람디 값소테니 Tony Shijordang, Samu Tidenjigunita, Namsu Lentang Kolachik Shubara.
So within these, we have talked about this emptiness, 8 profound emptiness, in the context of the path of seeing and path of joining.
Teni Tombani Tena Samu Shigi Kunitensul, and Samu Chigi Kunitensul Tensukola, Tashubara.
We also have talked about the profound emptiness, along with the 8 profound emptiness in the previous sessions.
Tanganazo Lamla Ginane, Teni Lamsumba, Teni Tonglam Ishe, Tadi Taneta Komlam Legrala, Lamshiba, Komlam Gikapsutini, Tati Tongi Undu, Chetangi Rimbatauchik Sungure.
So, within the 5 paths, we have covered the context up to the path of the seeing. Now we are reaching the context which is related to path of the meditation, Gomlam in Tibetan. So the text it's at the point where the Avalokitesavara calls upon Shariputra. It says, Shariputra, therefore Shariputra.
That Tedawena, Teni Tongbanila, Sugme, Toramen, Dushime, Dujiname, Nabasheba me, Partuta, Chetamjeta, Pumbonga Rala, Pumbonga Botelayata, Ngo, Anika Srangsing Matuba Yambashi Sungura.
So then the line in emptiness is no form, no sensation, no perception, no formation, no consciousness. Merely points out the 5 aggregates. All the 5 aggregates do not have their own inherent or the intrinsic nature.
Ani nganzo kechi chuni soyungura ti soyungudala migme nawame name cheme lume yime che ani te ani digjalayang yul teni suk da tiro regja chöchra ta dombe kechi chuni te yang ta rangsing matubare soyungure.
Then next it follows the non-existence of the 12 sense sources. There are no non-existence of eyes, non-existence of ears, non-existence of nose, non-existence of tongue, non-existence of body, non-existence of mind, as well as then there the non-existence of form, sound, smell, taste, textures, and mental object. So all of these 12 sense sources are also like the aggregates. They do not have the intrinsic natures.
Ani digi jilatene kham chupje yikone yang chotamje rangsing madubachi sunguyore.
Then next is demonstrates all phenomena do not have the intrinsic nature by pointing out the 18th the sense sources do not having the true or the inherent intrinsic nature.
Ata migi kham me pani gi kham me sondikaso dadikaso ten wangbotela teni nganzo mig ti musuko da teni naw ata nata cheta luche igi khamme sen dadi tuboti yomare sen tangbochik dire.
So then when it says there's no I elements up to mind elements, these are mainly pointing out the non-existence of the elements from eyes, and then ears, nose, tongue, and body, and finally to the mind. So all of these, the sensory elements are also not truly established. They do not have intrinsic natures.
Teni ta digi jala teni yul tuk di shagore yul tuk di teki kongdu shubana shinre suk da ti ro rekja sayungdala da dincho te yang yomare da dinan duji gi chudo kamchub gi sidi di tuk yang su tengu kore.
come the tangbo chikdi 들어.
이 감매스 지도라 디지털 대양 수 다티로 렉자 최세 대저야 매바지 수기 감 다이 감선 감자네 되는 송나직 요래
이게 감매서 되는 봐.
아이 땅로에서 딱 감쪽지에서 송는데다 당전나라 뭐서 책되면 다 된다를 요래
알았어. So when it says the 18, the sense sources, it's included also those sense objects, such as the form, sound, smell, taste, textures, mental object that we talked in the earlier line. So all of these are included also in this. They do not have intrinsic nature as well.
Then 이 number shape 감기 파르도야 메도 손데가서다 뭐서 이 number shape 땅마 손으로다 된다라 미기 number shape 나위 number shape 나인 number shape 제 number shape 또 루기 number shape 스타디 남시 두번대 한다 랑싱이 마두바레서 뜻송고래.
So then next, as far as mental no mental consciousness, right? Here is pointing the mental consciousness alone, but it contains the consciousness of other the senses, such as eye mental consciousness, the ear consciousness, and the nose consciousness, and tongue consciousness, and so forth. So all of these are included here.
다도나 율투 왕보투 셰바투 차디가 감쪽지 차라.
So in total, so these are 6 senses, and then 6 sense objects, and then 6 consciousness. In total, there are 18 of them.
다도나 아주 최긴 남사지 지인디 가서 풍보감 깨치고 남사 지인구라. 다도나 군접기 남사 샤베기 최탐제랑 신기 마트바레스다 무슨거라.
And generally, when we classify phenomena, then we classify them into those categories, such as the senses, object, and consciousness. So then, as they are classified into those, all of these categories, which kind of pervades all other phenomena, are not existing with their true natures. That's the actual the meaning pointed out here.
다디질라다 최탐지랑 신고마 델라테네 코르와다 냥디기 남샤 요마레 순거래요.
In the true essence of all phenomena, there is even no the samsara and nirvana. Even these two are not them.
덴딜라다 당보 코르와 메베 순텔라 마릭바 메바 마릭바 세바 메바는 가시메 스카시바도 메송다 다 당보 마릭바 메바네 순데 가시메 파르도 남중아조 코와티 텐딜 주니고 담사 샤기로와 디 주니 몰라 태야 요 말에 송거래.
So then next line, the exhaustion of the ignorance up to the exhaustions of all the then the non-existence of ignorance up to the non-existence of old age and death. These are kind of
마리바코랑 텐딜기는 당보라 디나네드는 텐딜기 제 담아드는 가시로알라 데 코르와 줍당디 연구요 말에 송래.
So ignorance is being the first of the 12 dependent originating, the 12 dependent origination, and then the old age death being the last. So these includes all other, the 12 dependent originations, which generally forms the samsara. So all these samsaric elements, ignorance up to the death, are also not existing in their true sense. They do not have intrinsic nature. Yeah.
Tene marikpa korang rangshingi madubna, ten marikpa seba sakin tiyan yungu mara.
If ignorance is not truly established, then the exhaustion of the ignorance is also not truly established. There is no such things.
Seba sakin ti marikpa pangba sakin tiyan yung mara sungu.
So the exhaustions of the ignorance, which means the abandonment, the abundance of the ignorance. It means the exhaustion of the ignorance. Then, of course, the exhaustions of the old age and death is also not possible. So this is talking about the true nature of the phenomena from the perspective of the true nature of the phenomena. In the true nature of the phenomena, if there is such things as samsara, then samsara will always be there, and it won't be something that we can deal with.
Yang 추기 랑신 때라 냥데 세긴지 코르바 빵는 냥데 senji 두비는 딱 바라지 냥데 차트.
And then at the same time, in the true nature of these phenomena, if there is such things as nirvana, then it's there is nirvana, which is permanent, not exhausting, always remaining. So there will be such things. So that is also not the applicable, not possible. So true nature of the phenomena should be something which is not falling into any extreme side.
Tene rangshingi matuba hina yang tene tanya kunzab gitsuldo yang tende luwa mebashi yong tegere.
Even though the true nature of the phenomena are not truly established, but they can appear in the in the context of the dependent originations, or in the as a relative truth, they can appear. This is mainly due to the interdependence of the phenomenon. So last time we talked when we are talking about the interdependence, we said that things are in their true nature, they are empty, but at the same time they can appear in the relative level, or the relative truth, due to the interdependence.
단 랑시 마두바 세바텔라 테네 똥텐중 송주기 고아지 렌토바 고고데.
So then the not truly established, not having the intrinsic nature, this concept, we should understand it to be a unity of emptiness and interdependence.
나란소 코로아 빵투의 줌쟁디 코랑란 때는 아주 땡땡이 베톱지 빵투게라.
The very reason we are able to remove or liberate ourselves from samsara is that samsara is also dependent. It's based on the interdependence.
단딜레 감에다 데우시나 코로아 빵투의 줌쟁디 랑시 마두바 임베 줌쟁이 땅아서 잘 두게라.
If we can say even easier, things, then the reason why we can liberate ourselves from samsara is that samsara do not have intrinsic nature.
then diligent on the top devotion at any low in become sing race like Namgyal.
Even easier things to say about it is that samsara is just temporary. So something like this we should understand from these contexts.
대신 또 대가나신 되냐 다 덴바시보 양 대랑신이 마투바레 숭고레 동아와당 군중와당 고바다 람메세 다랑신이 두비어 말에 숭고레.
So then next line, likewise there's no suffering, no origin, no cessation, no path. This is basically saying the four truths are also like all other phenomena. They do not have intrinsic nature. They are not truly established.
안테 디글 20매 송에 텔라단 팍베 20닌저양다 지양 요바다오치당 덴바임바랑 싱투바다오치 디네 요마레 송레.
Then the next no wisdom means the wisdoms of the noble beings are also not truly established.
덴디글라 토바 세긴티다 토바나네 타르투바티 산지 고방 조베 산지 고방라 다디양 춘이 네루 노말라시나 대랑싱이 두바직 토비아 요레스 요마레 송레.
So then next, no attainment. This means that the final attainment, such as the attainment of the Buddhahood, the perfect Buddhahood, is also not truly established. The final attainment of Buddhahood does not have its own intrinsic nature.
다 마토바야 메 손디가상 람 커뮤니티 마토바틴데양 직 다토바 메나 다 되기 갈다 마토바지 요레스나 대양 요마레스 라그레.
So then there's no non-attainment. So no non-attainment meaning the opposite of the attainment. If we think if there's no attainment, there might be something which is non-attainment. But however, there's not things that can be called non-attainment.
다 도르드나 가일라그스나디 율율징 숭징기 남샤 탐질레 대바레스 고알랭고레.
In short, we can take it as the meaning of the emptiness is beyond subject, object, and dualistic the perception.
다 율나 율징기 니수진베 나와 탐제다 누베게자라.
So in that at this point, it's kind of talking from the perspective of all the phenomena are kind of beyond this dualistic perceptions.
다 춘이기 내줄텔라 되는 거란저 셈기 남도 상부기 또바 녜비 또바 발메 또바 탐질렌 대바레 송과len 거도.
So the true nature of the phenomena is beyond the concepts such as good, bad, or neutral. It's beyond all of that. The true nature of the phenomena.
다 남중원서 동알당 군중 세겐티니 빵자로 녜바스기로와 고바다 람세겐티 상부스기로와 신의 상이 남도 가 요마레 쓴거 된달라.
Generally, we think suffering and the origin of suffering is something bad, and then the cessations and path is something good. However, in the true nature of the phenomena, there is no such things as suffering, origin, cessation, and path.
다 디네마 검람차니 다 디기질라마다 사주바 균지타마 도지타위 띵인진갑 콜레케지시 용구도 도지타위 띵인지라 남주 사주바기 기 온도체라 켄바치 들케지 용구도.
So next comes the realization on the 10th bhumins, which is the samadhi, Vajra-like samadhi.
양 샤리푸 스님 밍베네라라.
And again, it starts with the calling the name of Shariputra.
대다외나 장주 semba namla thoba mebechi ta 장주 semba namla 된담배 랑신라 삼무다나다 공라 냥레 대바스긴 토베 여마르와 아슬라 추니 트레달로와 송레
And the line, since Bodhisattva have no attainment, this points out that in the true nature of the phenomenon, Bodhisattva also do not gain anything.
테네 셰랍기 파룰루 침발라 땡지 네데 송다 셰랍기 파룰루 침바 세겐티 가지 졸람기 값수 퇴삼기 군이 냠낸 제당다 졸람기 값수 되는 간소 안에 사무시 조르당 되니 통남기 값수 사무 제대당 단다 공도 되니 공람기 값수 되니 다 최탐제리 넘버 데비기 토탈기 냠낸 제당 tindirla 다 냠낸 제발라 네네 송레 졸람가라 가정간소 풍봉하고 딘조다 퇴삼기고니 된 동반이 때라베 나치 숭여봐 다 딘디기 셰징기 된다 탐제기 다 냠네 양다버 제발라 때네 다 딘디가 냠네라 네데 송세 사무시조르기고 통람과 사무제대 되니 다 단어 검람도 다 공도시바나 진체대 다 딘디라 네네 송
So then the next line, they rely on and abide by the perfection of wisdom. Here, meaning, as we talked earlier, the understanding of the emptiness on the path of the accumulation through study, reflection, and contemplation, on the path of joining through the four profound emptiness, then through the path of the seeing, the then emptiness, the eight profound emptiness. Then on the path of the meditations, then right now we are talking the context we are talking the understanding of the true nature of the phenomena. So basically, this line refers to this the process of understanding of the emptiness.
Tene sajuba 아니 균기 타말라 노지다위 띵엔진 대기 아니 티바 타신 타와진서 빵용디 데니 셈나 티바 메네 네 따바 메 라디고서다 셈나 티바 세겐디다 양다베기 네룩 뭐마 통주와라 계획적인기 티바 타와제라 딘조 탐제다에 달용디 데니 셈나 따바 메 순디고서 춘이기 랑신 뭐마 칸데 지마치진 여바테 통와라 네바 양다베기 용으로 송하게 잘
Since their minds are unobscure, they have no fear. This line basically means that through this understanding of the emptiness, then on the path of the 10th bhumi, on that level, then the Bodhisattva gains the fearlessness experience by eliminating all these subtle obscurations. Then they have no more fears. No more fear in the context of actually understanding the final, the most profound, the meaning of the emptiness. And then with that, then they also gain the certainty in the understanding of the emptiness.
다 디레기 다 셔럽기 파르치메 냠레 양다바 제발 때네 다 친주 록세근데 셈 남도레 남버 똑바 탐 젤레 네네 된 양는데 바타르친도 근데 산예고만 톱도레 송라.
So then the next line, they completely transcend all errors and reach the final, the ultimate nirvana, meaning, and then Bodhisattva in that way, they transcend or remove all the error. Error refers to the negative conceptions or emotions, and then they are able to deal with all this negative emotion, and then in that way reach the final the attainment of nirvana.
다디기절라 두숨도 넘버 슈베 산제 탐제 짱 시랍지 파를 침발 때네 라나메바 양다바 조베 찬 응바조바 산제소 송다디 두숨도 넘버 슈베 산제 세긴텔라 데시균나 니요레 지기 아니 깝깔랑안조 사주베기 균다란 네베 장주 선바 닌조라야 산제 시베 민토베 깝지요레 어다 딘데 사주 균라 네베기 두숨도 슈베 아니 산제 장주 선바딘조 양다 시랍지 바로 침바 냠린 티 제발을 때네 산제 고마 톱도 그래 송그래 두숨도 넘버 슈베 산제 세긴테 사주베기 균탈 안내베 장주 선베기 민기 차시레 산제 고마데 말에 콘 넘버라인 산제 시베 민토베 까베 디송그래 사주 균탈 안내베기 두숨도 슈베 데마오 다다숨도 슈베 장주 선바 남 시럽지 바로 침바지 냠는 탈침바 야부 제발라 때네 조베 산주고 방디 톱도고래 소래.
So then align all the Buddhas throughout the 3 times, fully awaken to unsurpassed, genuine, complete enlightenment by means of the perfection of wisdom. So in these contexts, the Buddha of the 3 times, all Buddhas throughout 3 times here can be understood in 2 ways. Here in this context, the Buddhas throughout 3 times refers to the Bodhisattva on the final, the 10th boomings. And those Bodhisattva on the 10th bhumi, then taking their practice in that way, then they finally attains the unsurpassed, genuine, and complete enlightenment through by the practice of the great the perfection of wisdom.
딱 대기 파르도 다 지당 시럽님보티 왕보 넘보기 다 율루줄바직 차기라 조자 시럽님보티.
So generally the perfection of the wisdom is for someone who who has very sharp faculty for studying Buddha Dharma.
아니 다 단다 디나라 아니 양 관한라 양대 왕보 뚫보다 넘본세야 니 야체고 그래.
So in this context, the Bodhisattva also can be taken as 2 different individuals. Bodhisattvas with the sharp faculty, intellect, and Bodhisattva without sharp faculty or intellect.
다 단다기 바로도 가는 거 람라단 자당디 다 리레레진만 디시교인디 다 왕보 뚫부기 람조당 직송을 해.
So the way in which we have presented the great perfection so far in this series of teaching is mainly the way which is generally for those who have sharp faculties, the intellect. However, those who have the supreme, the faculties and the intellect, then it's the mantra of the perfection of wisdom is taught.
ngokaltu chine sungre tetawe na sharabge pharudu chimbe nga rikba chimbe nga lana mebe nga minyambata nyambar jebe nga sekente ta cho wangbo da tungal tamje rabdu shawar jebe nga ki partu te wangbo nombo denzola ta shening gi thonta yongso so bajita dik teng go ya.
So then the line, therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of the great insight, and the unsurpassed mantra, the mantra that equals the unequaled, mantra that pacify all suffering. So this is basically the teaching giving to those who have supreme faculty and intellect. So in this context, the mantra is not referred to the mantra which is taught in tantric context. So in this context, the mantra is taught according to sutric tradition. So generally we classify mantra into three, such as in Tibetan, Sangak, the first one, and maybe we can translate as sacred mantra, and then mantra of mantra of Vidya, and then a mantra of and then the third one is Sungang in Tibetan, and we can probably translate into English. Sungang, just Dharani, yeah, Dharani.
mantra secondela dishikyo indikasu man secondi yi shebatela koeche top seconda dungale topasla ta tik tonda dur sangere
Khenpo tari kanchi kongati tari di nalolia kap di nalolia
secondi kyugi kondi ngate ma dore ina ta do ina ta palche nga khorang lebje sunga ke thela shana em chugure
sunga. So in sorry, earlier I forgot one line. So in this context, the mantra is taught according to the mantra of the Dharani.
Tachidang lecture ke la mantra secondi yi kyop secondi la disikyongre.
So generally, the meaning of the mantra is kind of saving or helping. Saving our mind.
Tatandadiki ngakiki tongni ningjening ochintiki tarangi semtikyokuere.
So in this context, then the emptiness and the compassion saves our mind.
Tenita yiteyang kasana tangzo tongni ki tön la kowe ki kone sheba ani nyongwa yewa tongon sum topa ta dine kone kyokura.
So the mind is saved through understanding of the emptiness, through the experience of emptiness.
Olasta duru 당보 시랍기 파르들 치메가 세겐테 다 초람나 자샤레 람가 다 잔 숭구량 대양.
So then in terms of the presentation, the mantra here is presented along the presentation of the path, the 5 paths.
안니바들라 릭바 쳔베가 세겐테 졸람나 자샤레 졸람지 시랍기 파르들 치메가 셰바테 졸람 전차고레.
So the mantra the mantra of the perfection of the wisdom is aligned or connected with the first path, the path of the accumulation.
Then
path of the great insight is connected with the path of mantra of the great insight is connected with the path of the joining. Sorry.
다 가진 주반난신 사모 시조라소비기 된라 때네 다 춘이기 된 리바스 아니 첨보 세근데다 딘데기 넬로디 두숨 최탐젤라 캬베나 첨보 사 딘데기 나순다 딘데기 된 온도 줄바알고.
So here the word great has the meaning of understanding emptiness of the
Rikpa sepate tongni ningjin nimbuchingi twende samo shijoji kongi twende ta rangi rikpa jolamgi kapsura ta chenpo sekente tadi dindegi chuni nelukdi chö tamje du tamje la dusum tamje la kyaba ra ta dindegi twende ta ngak sekente ta degi dindegi nelukdi twen tongne ta rangi ta
So here the word great and the insight. The insight is referred to understanding or realizing the meaning of the truth through the emptiness and the compassions. And then the great refers to the actual method, which is the mantra. The mantra is powerful, so that we are able to understand the meaning of the truth directly in that way. Therefore, it's labeled, described to be great.
Lana mebe ngaksekindi ta lana mebasa khona mebara thongla mishigi chuni ngosum thongwa le labigi ta chuni ji yomara tati thonglam kapsung.
So then unsurpassed mantra is a mantra which is the one which cannot be excelled by anything else. So this is the understanding of the emptiness on the path of seeing. On the path of seeing, then we fully kind of realize the emptiness.
Tadigjala minyambada nyambar chebe nak chebate tenin komlam na chagore labar to tenin komlam sachuba dindol chakna tuge.
So then the mantra that equals the unequal is connected to the context of the path of meditations in the according to the bhumis is applied to the 10th bhumi level.
Then also minyamba sekendi chö tamje kangdayan denda meba minyamba de zogbe changchupra sanji ki sarwa.
So the unequaled is referred to the ultimate state of Buddhahood, which is, kind of cannot be equaled by anything else.
다 대당 냠바르 제주긴디 되네 사주비 준지다 켐바트 자기라.
So that which understand that the unequaled state is the wisdoms of the 10th bhumi.
죄송 다디 다 공감기 나네 사주비 준지 온도들라 송영거래. 사주바 타마지라 어디기 켐바들 송거래.
So this is on the level of the path of the meditation, and on the level of the bhumi, 10th bhumis.
어때니 동말 탐제 랍도 시와르제베가 셰바데드니 산지기사 밀로벨람나 잘고 그래.
Then the mantra that pacify all suffering is connected or the mantra or the seeing, which is seeing of the path of normal learning, the actual Buddha's way of perceiving the truth.
다 동알 땅 먼저 동알 넘바 숨sen 샤그라 대당 다 동알지 규 탐제 산지기 살아 다 요마르와 대랍도 시월제 사오라 디숭거래.
So generally we talk about three types of suffering, and but all of these sufferings are not present in the Buddhahood. Buddhas are fully free or completely free of all suffering.
되는 디기자다 람가디 참에 미진 빼난 덴바타 최탐지기 나는 덴바 타르도바디 춘이 샤랍제 파르치메 된디라 디숭거래. 미진 빼나 선다디 줌바마레스 덴바 타르도바 지보디다 춘이기 넬루티 마데 샤버 차데 소라.
So then the line reads not false and should thus be understood as truth. Meaning of this line is that the nature of phenomena is not false, not mistaken. Therefore, we should understand it, the things in that way.
Tene shirabji parlu chibe ngak mepa ta diwala shirabji parlu chiba kiyang ta tanda tham je ngak sigi kone ma shunas la gre.
So then the last line, the mantra of the perfection of the wisdom is proclaimed as follows. This mainly points out that if we kind of present the meaning of the perfection of wisdom in mantra.
Andina le yang ranzo namju dinisung gre nganzo 쮸기 냠nen치 도알라 쮸기 냠nen기 다 중사기 시도 찍디 대기 강라 동알 담제랍도 시월집에 나왔으네 쮸라 시지 이 냠nen라그라 안데네 맞춰 바르세 양 소나치야 예레
알라서. So another point in this line is that usually there is a belief or the as a saying that the practice of Che also kind of originates from this line where it says mantra that pacify all suffering. Because in Che practice, it talks about pacification of all suffering. So therefore, many times it is believed that Che originates also from these teaching.
다들 낙스 코랑 얘기도 다 다모라 다야 타 세겐디다 디다르테 랭도 준다 디낭신레 랭도처럼.
So then the actual mantra comes and the first syllable Danyata, meaning just as it is.
다 옴시바 대기 된다 테라 지당 먼저 다시바당 아니 다 질랍 주게 당 누바께 얘기 된다라 주그레스. So
then next syllable Om has the meaning of auspiciousness as well as blessings and also power, gaining power.
다딜라 딘데 가테 숭인데 아니 양 동니 닝제 기 냠낸 텔라 때네 초람 온도 기시 생된다지 가테 당보디
초람 들어. So then the first gate is the meaning. It has the meaning that by the understanding of the emptiness, we have to perfect the path of accumulations.
아니 같은 니바테 양다 공두 실신기 냠네 또한 사모 시조 라소발라 때네 때네 졸람 ane ngondu kishi sendochire.
So then the second gate has the meaning of through the practice of the this perfection of the wisdom, with the perfection of the wisdom as well as the for profound emptiness. Then we have to the attain or perfect the path of joining.
Teni paragate suendi parol to song sondikasu tangananzo samo jedengi nyamlila tene ta korwe parol tolam ngondu kishi sondochire.
Then the next one, parangate, has the meaning that through the practice of the 8 profound emptiness, we have to perfect the path of the seeing.
Teni para samgade para shiba parol je samsene yang daba chea parol tu yang daba songshi la de 공두 슈베기다 곰람기 값수다 도주나 시랍기 파루치메 냠낸 텔라 때네 곰람기다 다 디우몬도 기버 기시 송시 곰람몬도 기시 손도 제다 3세컨드 양닭바 양닭바 송시 레도
디나로리 단동 곰람기 디디 여러분. So also in this phrase, para samgade, para means going beyond, sam means perfect or genuine, and in that way this phrase also has a meaning of through this understanding of the true nature of the phenomena, and then we perfect the path of the meditation.
teni body segendi ta changchupra sanjiki ta sar sowa se ngondu chukshi le sanjiki satela ta toptoba kishi le nochra sowa segenda shi chukba ta shiba ra ta dinil kore.
So then next, bodhi has the connotation of the perfections, jangchup, and then soha has the connotation of grounding auspiciously, grounding or gaining auspicious.
다 dinil deochire teni andila namgyal ta gate para sam gate suendida songshi paroldo songshi paroldo yangdaba songshi jangjup shisu da donda dinil deochilage.
So usually this whole line gadengare parangate parasamgate bodhiya soha has the meaning of gone, everyone, gone to the other shore, then or utterly beyond, and then finally kind of grounding in the auspiciousness of the Buddhahood.
다 송시 스는 다디 꿀ጽ그레데 송월 제비기 냠nen디 동닝닝지 닝버친데 독대다.
Yeah. Then gone has the connotation of being kind of imperative in Tibetan context. However, it's suggests that we need to go through all this path by the understanding of emptiness.
도도나 람탕보 초람네 순데 람타르투바 제우 산제기 사이버든 냠림 모마디 가르스나데 시랍지 파르스 똥반이 되네다 똥반이 된딜라 냠림 제기 람론도 도구도구 체레다 디고알링고도.
So in another way, the meaning is that from the path of the accumulation all the way to the final path, the Buddhahood, we have to kind of depend depend on the understanding of the emptiness. We have to progress through the understanding of emptiness and the great the perfection of wisdom and emptiness. So that is the only kind of the tools we have in progressing the path.
디니다 냠내 ngoma de tene ngaso shilak sungju ki 냠내 dela thok dala.
The actual practice comes down to the practice of the unity of shamatha and vipassana, the calm abiding and special insight.
또 남경은저 시럽지 바로도 침백이 된시에 인디가서 되니 바로도 침바 셴바된저 아니 냠내 야부연나양 시럽지 바로 침배 민디메나 대 바로도 침배 민 톱고 말해서 연구요와 대 짜와도 들토 되게.
So usually when we study in the sixth perfection of the wisdoms, we say that without the final perfection of the wisdoms, all others the perfections of other five perfections are unable to help us to attain the final Buddhahood. So this actually kind of related with the unity of the practice of shamatha and vipassana.
남주영한테 침바당 줄림숭 서바곰 준디참 삼대 냠렌체나양 다 짜왕어마디 시랍지 바로 침베기 라우동 쪼다기 냠렌티 고후다 티메나 야고레마도 코르발리 타르비기 람어마디 차기요 말.
So generally, even we practice generosity, discipline, patience, and diligence, and as well as samadhi, these would not become the true the path, the kind of truly qualified path for attaining the final Buddhahood. Without the six perfections of wisdoms, right? The six the parameters. So this, in a way, kind of rooted in the context of the
딱 학동기 냠네 동니 저바 탐지를 잡이 냠네 되면은 람양 답을 심투고 말해.
So this is rooted in the practice, actual practice, the final, the highest practice being the emptiness, which is through the insight, special insight of vipassana, and so especially inside, then we practice the emptiness and then gain the final the Buddhahood. So these would not be there, this final attainment through the practice of vipassana without the six parameter.
나서 다디 양 가데 쉐베기 나텔라 이기 레기 양다 초탐지 동반이 베기 된시된라 밥게
then this mantra gade in another way, each syllable shows the meaning of emptiness.
다디 된다디 대셰디 가르네 얼스나디 먼저 셰진 니지 나요.
So the explanation of this each syllable showing the meaning of the emptiness, its existence in the 20,000 verses of the parameter.
단 당분간 좀 가서는 이기 되기 아니 아주 남주 최 탐지 들어와 당 홍와서 연구를 엄마 자와시급 시기와 다들 가시바 되기 가르스나데 도와세긴기 랑신세기 마주 바인 바시 미미 바인 바시 된 거예요. 말 가장마기.
So then the the syllable ga also shows the meaning of the coming. When we in the Majjhimaka Vatara, we talk about coming and going, the non-existence of coming and going. So this one syllable of ga shows the non-existence of non-existence of going.
Tatu lecture ke lai a chung chung chen gu de ga sing ga gi shula a yi chen gu ta ga je ke ba min to ga je a she ba tian ta ke wa me be tun chung gu ra.
So in Sanskrit, there comes as a syllable of together with ga. This also kind of has the meaning of the non-existence, things are not being born.
Ta yi ta she ba te gi ani chuni 대신이 le mayo ba korangsingi maju ba total korangi ngang le mayo ba tel ko kore.
So then next syllable ta also has the meaning that all phenomena are not beyond this true nature, the true the reality, which is beyond all elaboration.
Teni dila denbo shi do dila nganzo sin yak ra yang de ani kan se chuni deshin shak ba de ani dongal 탐질의 number de simba imba ta koran chuni kon ke shi ra chuni segendi dongal 탐질의 number de ba imba shik la ko e she ba.
Then ta carries the vowel a, and a also has similar meaning. That all phenomena, the actual the nature of the reality, the Buddha nature is beyond all suffering.
다디는 가테 기타 전다 직바체 되네 빠서는지 도알라 디 된담바기 똥바니 바시 된 거예요.
Then next gate is same as the first gate, and then after that the pa has the meaning that has the meaning that everything is empty. Yeah, the meaning of emptiness.
안디제라 라스인도 파라 생 라티기 다 둘당 달와 손디가서다 셈 남도 친질로비 둘 탐제당 달와인바 춘이디 정거예요.
Then ra has the meaning that all phenomena are free of concept. Free of concept. Yeah.
또다 둘당 달와스라 그래. 남도기 둘당.
The free of the particles of concept, any elements of concept. Maybe.
디기절다 쌈 셰바티 다 최탐 진냠바니바 냠바니 세겐디 상보 녜보 파르마라 여바 메바 강기 탈라 말루와 냠바니바 쪼달임바 미미바임바 되는 거예요.
So then the next comes the sum. Sum has meaning of all phenomena are equal to each other. There's no things such as good, bad, and existence, non-existence, so forth. Everything is equal to each other.
Then gate shiginta tunda tiki barwa.
Then last gate has the same meaning as the previous gate.
Tadila body shigindina pas seginti tunda ti ani nganzo 다 남도기 징화 탐질에 돌와 다 남도기 라와 탐질에 내가지고 그래 주인이 룩스네.
So then comes the ba, but in in Sanskrit probably bo. That has the meaning that all phenomena are beyond the boundage of concept.
남도 징화 탐질 잘 와라. 아니 맞아 다 양이 디말로네 다 보디슨 다 세겐테 때는 저 추기 인 때는 밑밤에 봤을 때
Then the syllable da has a meaning of all phenomena not having the focal object. Focal object or the object of apprehension.
다 딘조라 다 양이 딘조 도알라 이 생긴 도알라 기구 딘조 도알라 디디다 디송레 딘낭신이 된레라겠다 딘낭신 라디가서 말하면서 냥을 대봐 디마메베기 다 된들라고 그래
냥을 대봐 디마메. So then the syllable e just on the da has the meaning that all phenomena are free of stains. 디마메바 장신 디마메바 쳐보이나.
디마메바는 다 너도나 이게 왜이게 최탐지기 내룩이 다 랑신 코드 된 거라.
So in short, each syllable of this mantra shows the nature of the true nature of the phenomena.
다디 디콘도 슈바나 신기 셔칭 니진낭라 때에 아니 디 양익 누수콜라디 돈양데 나나 때.
So the detailed explanations of this syllable is available in the 20,000 verses of the Prajna Paramita, as well as the Sutra, Sutra of Parinirvana.
다디자 이기도 단다 가디가디만 딕샤이 말해. 이게 뭐 기톤다 송을. 다 시랍닝보 생긴 딘난고 톤다 닝보 수트는 딕샤라.
So in those sutra, these syllables are explained along with many other mantras or the syllables.
라스트니 샤리푸 장주 삼바 좀 대다 시랍게 파르시 삼마다 양저 샤리푸 스네데 민변이라 아니 장주 삼바 좀 대저기양 다 시랍게 파르치 맨냠는 지단디 다 공두시바나 지냠는 난고 그래 제이스기 렘표라.
So then next line, Shariputra, the Bodhisattva great being should train in the perfection of wisdom in this way. Basically addressing to the Shariputra, the Avalokitesvara is addressing to the Shariputra that all the Bodhisattvas should train in the realization of the perfection of wisdom in this way.
테네 지당 상제라 냠바 슈다 마슈크 세빙기 남바 요마르데 아니 둘자 용원을 뜨네 테네 상제양 띵인진이야 신베기 남바시 뜨네라 테네 전주선바 선바좀 파바 지레실라 다 계란기 숭어데 빼 야고를 숭숭 야부숭 찬이 년된 구출도 숭도 빼 이랑네 다 다디 계란기 숭어데 덴바레스다 디네 튠jut낭도 리기부 데데시노 데다 계란 숭 대가나신이라 안 계란기 단다 땜바나 신기 체네 아니 시럽게 바로 좀 삼몰라 냠네 남고 그래 스나이다니 디네 땜바들라인데 산지에 제수 이랑 요스네 송도 치코랑.
Yes. So then following, even though the Buddha in reality there is no such things as Buddha abiding in the meditative equanimity or not abiding in a meditative equanimity, but in order to teach beings, then here it's presented as if Buddha is kind of getting out of his meditative equanimity and then rejoicing the Avalokitesvaras giving such profound teachings. It says here the great Bodhisattva, the great being, excellence indeed. or a son of noble family. So that's how it is. So it's basically, kind of pointing out that Buddha was rejoicing the fact that Avalokitesvara, gave this profound teaching, and Buddha says it's a really good and excellent teaching, which is given by Avalokitesvara. So on the one hand, Buddha is rejoicing. On the other hand, Buddha is suggesting that all other, the disciples of being should train as Avalokitesvara taught.
Kap tidu and Kordu Juba Denzo, Yimichiba, Tiniki, Yamarte, Mount Junjula, Tene Shad Putanta, Cheresi, Lensumati, Demba Yena, Mena Sambikita, Tinzogi, Tesum Salni, Demba Yiche Barchavichetu, then Sanji Lexo Lexo and Sunda.
So at that very moment, all Buddha himself and all his followers are present, and then all of them had no doubt of such things happened. But then, they thought, in considering, these will be something which people would not be able to accept in the futures. So therefore, Buddha said, it is presented as Buddha, saying excellent, excellent indeed, so forth.
And that did Sanjay Rangi Sumi Shani Sumi Kangomadire.
So then this line is actually the teaching coming from the actual mouth of Buddha.
Ani di gongdu tene tiwa tilingi tsulu sungwa de ten sanji gita jingi lamne ani papa cherisi len sung shabara.
The previous lines, the teachings of the teaching that came from Buddha's blessing, and then Avalokitesvara, through Buddha's blessing, he gave this teaching.
Tene di tsik di nangla tene sanji gita cherisi sungwa tela ani nangwa nangdwa kerang sungwa nangshi mishamba ge nyamne tagarang chigo re sunda jesu nangwa nangdwa.
So in this line, Buddha
sanji ki jesu irang chi di so kerang sungwa nangshin tat mishamba de zogyan ten nangshin chama nyamne chigo re len tochi.
So Buddha kind of said that he showed his approval, or kind of what we say was rejoicing the fact of the Avalokitesvara giving teaching, and then admonishing others that they should train in the way the Avalokitesvara taught.
Tadi Sharam Nimbuti do chungju rete ina dinala sanji ki ka sumga changwe ki ta do chiya chagyu res kasen shuimba ta yongdang de dilira chire.
So even though this is a short sutra, but it contains all three the teachings of the turnings of the wheel by Buddha.
And Dharma chingan jo sanji ki kala shalne sumbeka jingit labeka jesu nawe ka sumira ka sumga dina changyu.
And also in the Buddha's teaching, directly coming from Buddha's mouth, teaching coming from Buddha's blessing, teaching coming as Buddha's command. All of these are included in this short sutra. So all other, the Buddhas also kind of rejoiced for this. They were very happy that this teaching was given, for the fact that this teaching was given.
디사치베 지자 좀 내리 송발롱 엄버 때도 바바시라 버르치면요 다디 메고면도 다디 코드 줄베기다 미다미 마잉기 로마 탐제보다 디 최텔라베 제스 이랑니다 베지 낙조기면 도디네 털와레 송아레.
So then the last line, when the Blessed One had said this, Venerable Shariputra, noble Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva's great being, together with the whole assembly and the world of gods, human being, Asura and the Gandharvas rejoiced in the praises, the speech of the Blessed One. So basically pointing out that after the teaching, everyone was so happy and they rejoiced for the fact that Avalokitesvara gave the teaching, and then they highly praised the Avalokitesvara for giving the teaching, and at the same time they throw flowers for rejoicing.
남주만 저디 셔랍 님부디 양네 양양 숭그레 암주만 저라 과이네 양양 다디 냠nen도 치라고 그래 마치 도디 마 양양 나니 껴르구라 디디고서 미바 더디도 검당 치라 디네 숭그레 등이 남칼라 덤바산지 샬슈여 바체 안 디기 다 이니라 되니 샤리부당 바바치레시 콘남니 디와 딜링기 출도더니 돌돌게 나랑한테 콘이기 숨기 남베기 다디네 미바 지네 안도도 낭지 요다래.
Yeah, generally, in Tibetan traditions, there's the habit or custom of reciting this sutra often. And when we recite, we are taught to visualize as if the two Bodhisattva, Avalokitesvara and the Shariputra, having this dialogue in front of us. Yes, much ado.
Then that yaksu chunada 최탐 제멜람다 규마 랑싱 마주비 출도 디도디 된 거고래. 최탐 제 랑싱 마주바 동닝 안에 마된토 치고 약수 주나.
The best way to recite this mantra is that we contemplate on the meaning of emptiness, that all things do not have the inherent nature, intrinsic or the inherent natures, right? So while this reciting the text, the best way to recite is to visualize at the same time. Visualize that all phenomena are not having true nature. If that is not possible, like, visualizing all things do not have the true nature, that is not possible, then we can also visualize all things are as mirage and dream-like. If that is not possible, we can still try to understand the meaning of each word, as much as we can.
다디 가서 시럽님마 송사 수마 사 용디거스야 다 최탐 제 랑싱이 마주 바래도 서베데 랑시 마주 빙알라 다 삼로타네 되네 다이돔 가데가데 파라상가데 부데소 송한테 쌓고 데 맞추나야 곰딘도지 둘난고.
If that is not possible, trying to understand each word, then we can still do at the point of reciting the mantra, we can recite with the contemplations of all phenomena not having true the intrinsic nature.
then 남중원아서다 발시 시월 제발라야 다디 도디 할레베기다 펜바츠보다 누버츠모 질랍츠모 봤던 거예요.
Also, it is believed that these sutra is very, very beneficial for eliminating obstacles, to avoiding obstacles or eliminating obstacles.
양아랑 저기 개똥만나 딘데레 딱 남중원저 하단 라마인기 막 죽지 여대라 라마인디 저 라라 막다 자외기 삼릉 년바드 게인디 라딘 저기 때 그거는 저 시럽님부기 된디 삼로단에 된디 콘저기 때 샘기 남동 년바 탐지 시네 근데 막 죽면 봐 차례 딘디 로주지 여래 개똥만나.
So in the 8,000 verses of the Prajna Paramita, there is a story of those demigods when they were trying to wage war against the god, then their kind of anger and aggression subsided by reciting the meaning of this perfection of wisdom. So their aggression or their hatred subsided by basically reciting these sutra.
Tadi 탑시 대양 domba sanjigi 라용부 자진을 땜바래도.
So this specific method was given to
domba sanjigi 라용부 자진라 인드라.
So this was the specific method or the teaching given by Buddha to the king of the god, the Indra.
디인류다 대기 로주당 참배기다 나란서 강진 종라더니 나란서 발치든도 도에기 탑실라더니 양 샤랍님부지 된 디왈라든 도바티네 낭체기 룩소지 요태버려.
Because of these stories, and then in Tibet there developed these customs of reciting these sutra when people need to kind of avoid obstacles.
다디 나란조 도촌네 딘데스모네 되네 낙촌네 찍바라라 송고르 고메당 딘조 차장양 춘이 냠바 쳔병나네 니진기 티마데 마 떨고라 던다 찍바 두고래 먼저 사 송고르 고메제라 프로텍션 고메제라 먼저 상나이 값스 딘조양 춘이 냠바 쳔병나네 아니 송고르지 콤네 되네 니진기 남도 딘조기 네바 미용아 제제라
So this is more of the approach, the reciting the sutra to eliminate obstacle. It's more of the sutric tradition, the approach. However, this is similar to the tantric approach, in which we kind of worshipping or meditating on the protectors in order to kind of also
protector kololata.
Oh, so the protector korlo
인지kinlan kolol circle.
The protector, there's protector of the will. The protector of the will. Those, sorry, maybe I start again. So it's similar to tantric approach of worshipping this protector of will in the context of eliminating or avoiding all the eminent the obstacles.
다더드나 발제색인데 남도래도 알아. 남도를 잘와 제발라라 주님 라버지 요 말이 다 되래.
Understand. So in short, the obstacles are kind of originates or in their own nature, they are the concept or negative emotions. So in order to deal with the negative emotions, then the best way is to gain the understanding of the true nature of the phenomena.
양아라도 시랍님보디 발제도에 양마 삼로탄나야 딩어장 고바충다라 삼로탄 충다라.
However, if we take this perfection of the wisdom only for eliminating the obstacle, then we are not using it for the highest value.
전당고마데 되는 거 되게 쉬워나지 동알 탐제 랍도 시월지야봐 산주고만 토베레도 tin냠냠고마데.
So the actual value of this sutra is to eliminate all suffering and then attain the perfect Buddhahood.
다도드나 쌤기 춘이기 냠냠 지디가서 단 남도 그 좁아 탐질에 대바지 남고 그래.
So in short, in order to gain the true nature of the things, the ultimate reality, then we have, the practice has to be going beyond all concept.
간라인 짐바 마시고 하지.
Not having fixation on anything.
똥상에 마시고 그다.
So it has to be, completely, empty.
empty스는 양은 저 미기 속 통에 매바 되게 말이다. 통나 양 짐바 마시고 하시고 그다.
However, empty here does not mean nothing, we can perceive. It's nothing like a blank or void, but it's basically, without fixation. The emptiness, it means without fixation.
되니까 딜라양 셰럽님부 코란기 냠랭기양 툭탑도 오지라 르르르르기양 제샤바진데양 가시지 요초 요리.
So there are actually several other sadhana of the perfection of the wisdom by Nagarjuna.
다디양 냠랭낭나양 또또스 만다와 ngaki luk서장치 숭해래.
In those sadhana, it is slightly different, and in some contexts, it is kind of connected to the tantric practices. If we are doing this through the approach of the sutra tradition, then this is the practice. So we came to the end of the class on the perfection of wisdom in this way. So in the last class, I wasn't able to talk for whole 1 hour. So that's why today I took a little longer time. So let's do the dedication together.
Chanjun semjun rinpoche manje banam genjunchi geba nyamba mebaranyang Kong-nen Kong-do Perwan Shu So-nam Di-yen Tam-che Sek-ba-ni Top-ne Nye-ben Da-nan Pam-je-ni Ge-ga-na-che Ba-lai Tu-ba-yi Si-ben So-len Ro-wa Thank you.